This is Module 12. Who should create the school's vision? The summary of the case, what's happened. A new middle school has been created. The new principal has been tasked to staff the new school. Right now, she only needs 4 more teachers. She created an advisory committee, and that committee will need to create the philosophy, vision, and mission statement of the school. The events that have occurred in the Lightville Community School District, it's a rural district. At this time, they have an elementary facility and a junior senior high facility. And at this time, their student enrollment is 1,200 students. Who's involved in this case? Mrs. Potter, the principal, Helen Burke, a teacher, the advisory committee, Mr. Rollins, who's the superintendent, the school board, and the stakeholders of the school. What the parties have to say: Mrs. Potter wants to establish the advisory committee to develop a philosophy statement. However, Mrs. Burke and a majority of the committee want the principal to create the statement. Who promotes the success of the students? That would be the parents, students, teachers, administration, and key stakeholders of the school. Who has the skills to implement the improvement of the school? The parents, teachers, administrators, and the key stakeholders. They have the responsibility for the creation and improvement of the school mission and vision statement. The school and key stakeholders should continually review the statement of the school and adjust if needed to improve student achievement. What needs to be incorporated? Data, technology, equity, diversity, digital citizenship, and community have not been used by the committee yet. These should be taken from the current school district data to implement their plan. The committee should create a philosophy statement and submit it to the superintendent and the board. And the statement should be reviewed annually to ensure student achievement. Legal or ethical issues: no one at this time has been harmed. Nothing has contravened an existing law, and there is no breach of contract. To synthesize this scenario, Mrs. Potter is attempting to have the committee create the philosophy statement. However, the committee wants Mrs. Potter to create it by herself. Some of the missing facts: we still don't have a fully staffed school. There's still 4 staff that need to be hired. We know where the school is located. However, we don't know what kind of program the school has at this time. Knowing what the school programs are would help in creating the philosophy, vision, mission statement of the new middle school. To review the information: a new middle school will be built in the Lightville Community School District. Mrs. Potter has been tasked to open the school. She's formed a committee to help create the school philosophy statement. However, the committee wants Mrs. Potter to create the statement by herself. And also, right now, she feels like she's at a crossroads of what she should do. An action plan: an advisory committee has met to set the core values and the school philosophy, vision, and mission statement. The committee already has the data that the district has at both the elementary and secondary school. They should use that data to help create the statement for the new middle school. The statement should address equity, diversity, use of technology, and digital citizenship. And the community should have an input on the philosophy, vision, and mission statement. It is the responsibility of the principal to lead the school. She's doing that by setting up the advisory committee to help create the philosophy plan. The plan will be developed and submitted for approval. And after it's approved, then the vision and mission statement can be worked on and developed. Evaluating the plan: we have three options. Mrs. Potter can create the statement by herself. Mrs. Potter and the advisory committee can collaborate and develop a plan, or they can use the statements from the other schools to use. With Mrs. Potter creating the statement by herself, the pros, she can dictate what she wants for her school. She can also complete the statement quickly. The cons, Mrs. Potter does not get a consensus of the community, and key stakeholders can feel left out without having their opinion heard. The next one is Mrs. Potter and the advisory committee collaborate and develop the plan. Pros, the group produces a comprehensive statement. The statement gets approved and the vision and mission statement can be created. Cons, some committee members could be upset working on the statement since the scenario suggests that they want her to do it by herself. And it will take some time for it to be created when everyone has to be heard. And the third option would be the statement from the other two schools could be used. The pros, the statements are already developed. Cons, there's no input from the community, and it does not represent the students going into the new middle school. Developing a plan, the best option would be for Mrs. Potter and the advisory committee to collaborate and develop the plan. She already set out some guidelines that each community member would have a vote. All the decisions should be acceptable by all the members of the committee. The committee develops a vision statement based on the programs of the school. The statement should reflect the values of the committee and also the community. And all stakeholders will be given the opportunity to suggest ideas and respond to others' ideas. At this time, not all stakeholders have been consulted. With the committee involvement, student success will be addressed. From what we know, getting the committee and the community involved with developing these statements is extremely important. Data will be used to set the programming for the new school, which will also help create the philosophy and the vision and mission statements. Summary of the situation. The new school principal, Mrs. Potter, has been tasked by the superintendent to create programs and a vision mission statement for the new school. The committee wants Mrs. Potter to develop the statement by herself. Climate and culture of the learning environment. We're in a rural community. All three schools will be located on a 65-acre site, and the school population has been increasing 2% each year. The key stakeholders, Mrs. Potter, the principal, she wants to collaborate with everybody on the committee. Mrs. Burke, the English and social studies teacher, also her husband is one of the board members for the school district. She is the main opponent for Mrs. Potter to do all the work herself. Mr. Rawlings is the superintendent, and Mr. Kelly is also the physical education teacher. This assignment correlated with the stated objective for this module. I was able to incorporate what I learned into this module. The module dealt with creating a vision mission statement for a newly formed school. This assignment was relevant for a future school leader. As a leader, we had to constantly monitor the vision and mission statement and ensure that it is relevant to our student population. This assignment was relevant for my learning as an educational leader. As a leader, we must ensure that all students have the means to succeed educationally. As a leader, I will have to work with various stakeholders that have impact on the students at my school. And here are the references for this assignment.